Hi everybody, it's Dee Slater with Create with Dee, and welcome to our Z fold that we're going to be doing tonight. It's going to be a mini slimline Z fold. Isn't this gorgeous? This uses the new textured chic paper, and I'm just like so enthralled by how this looks. So as you come on, if you want to say hi and everything, that would be great. And let's go ahead and we'll jump right into this. At the end of our time here tonight, I will share with you my next card class that's available for those that want to take up local. And I'll have a link for those of you that might want to do it online. It's super cute, and I think that everyone will really enjoy it. And maybe you saw a little preview of it already. Okay, so let's get started with this mini Z line. Hi, Marge. Yes, I do. I love the paper too. All right, so this project right here, I got to move some things out of my road already. We are going to need, for the card base, I'm using Pool Party. This is cut at 7 by 6 1/4. And let me go ahead and switch just to the project so that we have a little more room here. There we go. And it's scored along the 7-inch side at 1 3/4 and 3 1/2. Some matting layers of our soft suede. And these are, we need 2 pieces cut at 1 5/8 by 6 1/8. 2 of those. Matting layer of soft suede again, and this is 6 1/8 by 3 3/8. The texture chic designer paper. We need 2 of them cut at 1 1/2 by 6, and another one at 3 1/2 by 6. Ahead of time, I've done some die cutting, and I've used my lovely here that I love, the deckled rectangles. And I've used 2 of the shapes, and we need 2 of the larger ones that I have here cut out of the soft suede, and the next size down in Pool Party. And then from the All That Dies, for those of you that watch my catalog, and I'm like going, oh, you guys, this one's a really good one. It's part of the He's the Man bundle, but I didn't get the stamp set. I just got the dies because I loved the die shapes in there. And I'm using the oval die that's in there for the sentiment. And then these 2 really unique little, almost like an argyle type of looking pattern. And I'll be using the adhesive sheets with these later on so that you can see how easy it is to put these delicate and detailed dies onto our projects. So that'll be after we get the rest of it done. All right, so that gives all of our goodies of what we are going to use. And let me go ahead and get these, give myself a little more wiggle room. Okay, let's get assembling. I think I have listed on here that I use Stampin' Dimensionals, but actually I did not use any dimensionals whatsoever on this one. It's almost kind of hard to believe. But I'm going to go ahead and use the liquid glue. And we're going to put these on our first 2 panels of our Z fold. So again, this is what you might call a mini slimline. And I will share with you here in just a little bit of what envelope that you can get to use with this particular size here. Alrighty, we'll get all of our layering pieces put together. Oh my goodness, we had such, hi Karen, welcome, welcome. Thanks for tuning in live. We had such a good time local here at our bingo night, and I'm planning on doing one here the closer we get to maybe the late summer, early fall, and try to do it online with everybody. kind of getting with some of my fellow demonstrators to see how best to do that. All right, I'm using this beautiful side here that has all of the gold in it. And I thought that Argyle dye out of the, oh goodness, what's that set called again? Anyways, that die set that I was, all the dyes, I thought that that really gave that kind of nod to this image. I'll have to talk about this paper at another time. I just absolutely love it. I might have to give it a little extra highlight. I think that this is a really good suite of products that this paper is in. Probably something that I need to get on my wish list here. So then I'm putting down our designer paper. That just looks like a work of art, doesn't it? Just by itself. It's like, let's just, you know, hang that on the wall, just as that is. Whoops, get my paper centered here just a little better. See if I can do it without ripping it. Okay, there we go. And I can go ahead and put these pieces together too. Again, these are from the Deckled Rectangles. And if you don't have that die but wanted to replicate this card, you know, you could just use, you know, just straight cut some rectangles out. I'm going to go ahead and get both of those layered. Yep, there we go. That's the back side. We'll do that. Hope everybody's having a great Wednesday. All right, so on our Z folds, let's see, I think what I want to do is center the bottom here first. It's always a little, sometimes I do the side one first, sometimes I put the one on the inside. I think it's kind of half, you know, half of one or half dozen of one, six of the other. All right, and then I'm just going to put a little glue on one side of this and kind of close this up. Put a little bit right in there. And then line these two up so that they overlap. Okay, there we go. All right, so then it's just a matter of decorating. And let's go ahead and we'll get the sentiment stamped. And we'll do that. Again, out of basic white, I cut the oval from that die set. I don't know why that escapes me here. All that dies. And using soft suede. And the sentiment that I'm using is from Flowering Tulips. Just thinking of you today. I've got a few people that I need to send that to, but I thought it could be used, you know, whether it's a sympathy, maybe a get well, or even a birthday. And you might have had that from earlier this year. So we can mix and match this, you know, the stamp sets that we have with new designs. It's a little bit off center, but we're going to go with it. All right, so so then what I am going to do is add this right here. But before I do, I want to add these Argyle-y type of images to it. And I thought what I would do is just share with you guys how to use the adhesive sheets. Hi, Janet. I just kind of popped up or looked up and saw that you said hi. All right, so I'm using this really super pretty. This is the Distress Gold, and it's a fairly lightweight paper. And, you know, I could have gone ahead and die cut these out and then just had these itty bitty thin lines here to try to add glue. And there's a lot of different techniques in order to do that. But the easiest way, I think, is to use the adhesive sheets. Now, I still had some from like Stampin' Up! Used to sell it with this logo on it. Just wanted you to see that it is a past Stampin' Up! Item. They still have adhesive sheets. If you would get it, yours just wouldn't say, you know, Sizzix on it, but don't feel like you can't still use it that same way. So how I use this, the adhesive sheets, is I, take my size of paper that I want here first and kind of measure or how much of the adhesive sheets that I need. So you don't have to, you can just use however big of a sheet that you want. And so what I tend to do is at first kind of just loosely cut this down to size. So before I peel off any backing, I kind of loosely cut it to size. So we'll do this. And then you never know, you might need to keep that little bit there. All right, so then what you do is you go ahead and take off the one side that has the words on it first. It's the backing, and it's kind of like a wax paper. Get this going here. Always the trickiest part, like when you're peeling off backing. I can see where it's separating here. Get my paper piercer. And it's only this hard because, people are watching, right? There we go. So, and you can feel that one side's sticky and one side's not. And you just peel that off and lay your other paper down on it. And I'm going to run this through. And now you can punch this or whatever. And when you punch it, you've got a sticker sheet on the back. Now I am going to trim this down just a little bit more, just because I don't want any of that adhesive to go through my my die cutting machine. So just kind of trim up some that you have off there. Okay. And again, that's like the wax paper part of it. All right, so I'm going to use our mini Stamp and Cut and Emboss machine here tonight. And get my layers here. Camera may jiggle just a little bit. Going to put our gorgeous distressed gold sheet down. And in this die set, you actually get 2 of these images, so that's nice. You can cut them both at the same time. And let's get this in here. This lined up. Sorry if we got a little wiggle and jiggle. And I'm actually going to roll it back through and kind of give it that double pressure on it. Okay, get this off to the side. And we'll get our newly made stickers. Oh, that popped out lovely. Okay, so on the back of our, oh goodness, the paper piercer is not called paper piercer anymore. It does come with the little roller brush. I still have like the old one here that we had, and I'm just going to go ahead and use that. And just like the other ones, you can kind of press out some of the negative images. And I'll go ahead and pop those off. You guys know me, normally I like to do all of this stuff ahead of time, just so that we can jump right to the project. But I thought maybe some of you might not have ever used the adhesive sheets before. Or maybe you just needed a reminder that you have them in your stash and to get them out and use them. Hi, Rita. Howdy, howdy. Okay, put those off to the side. And now with my take your pick tool, there, the name came to me. You know how like sometimes like you have the old tool name in there? Look how pretty that is. Oh my gosh, it's gorgeous. I love it. So we'll just take a little time and pop all of those out that the bristle brush didn't get. Maybe I'll do it again. We seem to be in a weather pattern where it's rainy in the morning and afternoon, and then about 5 o'clock or so it starts to clear up. And it's kind of nice because then when I get home I can take my walk or maybe do a little yard work. It's kind of nice. So this is no different than when if we just would have ran it through, and you know, sometimes we have to get those little images popped out here. There we go. Okay, I think I've got them all. Yep, I do. Okay. Nope, I don't. These come out. Get all of them out. Here we go. I'm feeling like I am just like, you know, got a little bit of a captive audience if you even, you know, want to watch. Okay, I think I'm about ready to give that up for now. Okay, I think I'm good. All right, so now we have these two images and they've got stickers on the back of it. So just like before, we've got to peel that off and see how that peeled right. That one came right off. And so I'm going to very slowly, the more kind of lacy your image is, the more slowly you want to peel it off. But now you can see how it's a sticker. So instead of trying to get like multi-purpose glue or even the fine tip glue and do that, like that would just be really difficult. But with using the adhesive sheets, you know, it makes these little images really become stickers. And I'm going to put this one right here in the center. Okay, that one's down, just that easy. And now this one here, we'll do that again. So I'm just kind of using my nails just to get those edges started. Slowly pull it out. And on this one, I want to put this one up just a little higher because I'm going to put the sentiment underneath of it. I don't know about you guys, but I thought that image in this distress gold just complemented this paper 100%. And now I'm going to get my sentiment. And again, I just kind of want everything flat on here. I don't think I need anything raised. Of course, that's, you know, the designer's not priority, but prerogative. So if you want something like this raised, that's up to you. And then there's our card. And then if you wanted to, you can write on the back or even put a layering piece of basic white on the back of that. That's our gorgeous card here tonight. You know, maybe kind of remind you about using those adhesive sheets on here. Hi, Joni. Yes, thank you. Thank you for the look. Oh, I thank you guys. Thanks, Janet. All right, so this is our project here for tonight, but I did want to share with you our next card class, whether you take it local or on a kit to go. This is the Butterfly Kisses class, and we're going to make 3 beautiful cards that are whimsy with the Best Butterfly bundle. But the surprise of this is that when your recipient gets the card and opens it up, they have a fluttering butterfly. The class will also come with 6 of these wind-up butterflies that you can put into your card, as well as some embellishments. My hope is that everyone can get the fun flowers. If not, then I'll substitute it. But you get a pack of some embellishments. You'd get 6 of these wind-up butterflies, and of course then making 6 of these really cute cards, 2 of each design to send out. So the links are here on my Facebook page. I'll post them again here as a reminder the closer we get to the cutoffs. But I think that everyone's going to have a lot of fun with those. All right. This is kind of wraps up our Z Fold series to kind of go back to here. So this month we made our, like tonight, I'm calling this our, oh, I forgot to tell you guys. This is just an envelope that you can find either online or in an office supply store. I think it's just called a office envelope 6 by 3/4. And so those envelopes will fit our mini Slimline card. And so if you like the shape of this card, you know, something a little different, and then that just takes a normal postage stamp. All right, Janet, I'll message you about the kit. Okay, so we made this one. Last week we made the full front card. The week before we made the double Z fold with the double part of it on the bottom. And we also made a double Z fold with the double in the middle. So hopefully you've had a chance to maybe try one of these folds or to just incorporate that into some of your card making. Make sure to leave a comment. I will be drawing here about, probably around 10 o'clock to give everybody a chance to pop in, get off of work, watch, you know, do a little dinner, watch some videos here on Facebook and comment. And then about 10:30 or so, I'll draw for a winner and a US winner, and you'll get one of these beautiful cards that we made here tonight together. Okay, everybody, have a great Wednesday. And if I'm sure I'll pop on and say hi again before Memorial Weekend, but have a great Memorial Weekend as well. Thanks, everybody. Happy crafting. Bye-bye.